I used to think my boyfriend was slowly getting a little too close to a female coworker of his. Her name was Liz. They started carpooling, talking after work, calling, texting, and honestly, it just kept escalating. Then I found out she and her fiancé were moving into our apartment building, and suddenly my boyfriend was seeing her all the time. I didn't want to be controlling or jealous for no reason, but something just didn't feel right. He wasn't cheating, he wasn't sneaking around, but I still felt uneasy. The last straw was realizing he wasn't even mentioning some of the conversations and calls they were having. Not in a secretive way, but the lack of transparency hurt. So when I got back from a family trip, I decided to talk to him. No yelling, no accusations, just honesty. I told him everything. I didn't want to take away his friendship, but I was starting to feel overwhelmed, insecure, and uncomfortable. And instead of dismissing me, he listened. He immediately reassured me that Liz was just a friend. He admitted he hadn't considered how things might look from my side. And without hesitation, he asked what he could do to make things better. He even offered to stop carpooling and limit personal contact with her outside of work. I told him carpooling made financial sense, but I'd appreciate less personal texting. And most importantly, I wanted to meet Liz and her fiancé. He agreed instantly and set something up. A week later, the four of us went out for drinks. And guess what? It was great. Awkward at first, but once we relaxed, it turned out we had a ton in common. Liz and I actually got along amazingly. Over the next few weeks, we all started hanging out regularly. Liz and I formed our own friendship too. Texting, having dinner together, girls' nights, everything. I trusted her completely. The anxiety disappeared. And then, something incredible happened. Less than a month later, my boyfriend took me out to a beautiful romantic dinner. When we came home, our apartment was covered in candles and roses. Before I could even process what was happening, he dropped to one knee and proposed. I said yes, then cried for about 2 hours straight. And here's the twist. Liz helped plan the entire proposal. That's why they were talking so much. She stored the ring, she stored the flowers, she helped coordinate everything. After the proposal, she came up to take pictures with tears in her eyes, genuinely happy for us. Turns out, the girl I was worried about, she was the biggest help in creating one of the happiest moments of my life. Now Liz and I are best friends, our partners are close, and we're literally planning our weddings together. Sometimes it's not jealousy, it's just fear. Sometimes people aren't villains, they're blessings. And sometimes communication really does save everything.